Now, this is a story all about how my life has gotten flipped, turned upside down. So I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became into the town called Bell.
I'm so
I
dead.
knew
Now,
that's where you're going with that.
in West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playgrounds is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing on, cooling on, shooting some b-ball outside of the school.
When a couple of guys.
When a couple of guys who were up to no good, I just want to go ahead and make that known now, they started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared and said, "Welcome to Gio Stream Shows, episode 21. My name is Gio Yaquinto, and I'm so happy to have you here with us. Thank you for I know we're starting a little late tonight. The internet's trying to keep us down. Comcast is trying to keep us down, but I hate to tell them that Comcast can't keep us down. Comcast can't keep us down. Those guys in West Philadelphia with bad intentions, they can't keep us down. Especially because I got such a fantastic all-star guest list with me tonight. I've got two fantastic pianists. This is the Dueling Pianos edition of Gio Stream Shows. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves and let everyone know who you are?
My name is Cassandra Lorance. Hello, everyone.
Such an elegant name.
Thank you.
My name is JRiveMusic.
Yeah.
We're here for the party.
We're
We're here for the party.
We are absolutely
Dual
here for the party.
power, and I'll stick my Tom Sheila inside the piano, and we'll do prepared piano later for you.
Ooh, we're gonna do some John Cage.
Yes.
Hit him with some Cage. Little elitism in the beginning of the stream. All right, well, cool. Let's go ahead and get started with our first song. We're gonna do a well-beloved cover. If you're a Gio Stream Shows constant listener, you've heard this one. We like to do it. We typically have our good co-host and violin player Carrie Durham on camera. Shout out to Carrie Durham. He's not with us tonight. He gets the night off. But we're gonna dedicate this one to him in spirit. This is Georgia on My Mind. One more time. Georgia, Georgia, the whole death row, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, on my mind. Come on, Josh. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song, Georgia. Stay on the bridge. Other arm, there will reach out to me. Other eyes smile so tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I will see. The road leads back to you. It leads back to my Georgia. My Georgia. Georgia, yeah. Song, yeah, keeps Georgia on my mind. Will you play a little piano for me?
How about if I do?
Keep it right there. love it. We love it. We love it. God, that's such
Good
a good
stuff.
song. You can't beat it. You know, it's just the perfect.
Exactly.
Ray Charles, thank you for that. I know you
Thank you.
can't hear me, but I hope you can feel my energy from out in the room. So I want to know, what are y'all's favorite '90s sitcoms? I'm gonna have to.
Oh man, you want me to go first? It's gonna be.
I'm gonna have to pay some ode to Fresh Prince. Obviously, was my.
Fresh Prince was a trendsetter.
Was a
Yes,
trendsetter. I agree
yes.
with that.
Moesha. Carrie knows what I'm talking about.
Moesha.
Moesha. Brandy. The singer Brandy. She started Moesha. And then from Moesha came the Parkers. Started a whole lineage of black sitcoms. And that set the trend for like The Game and some other sitcoms we know now today. But those were the ones. And of course, we had Sister. If we go to Disney Channel side. Sister, Smart Guy.
Sister was good. Smart Guy was good. Yeah.
Sister, Smart Guy. Those were like those Friday nights. And I like it because, like I say again, they set the trend for like stuff like that. So Raven, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Those sitcoms. So yeah.
Man, you just gave us a whole like
Little sitcom history lesson.
Yeah.
Little
I see.
diddly there.
I see you. What about you, Cassandra? What would you used to watch?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, Buffy. You're definitely sending us some Buffy vibes.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, we hit it with the minor real quick.
I'm scoring my friend. She's over here talking over scoring her dialogue.
And,
I also watched Seventh Heaven.
Seventh
Yes.
Heaven.
Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what else I love?
Another family. Y'all, Carrie's over here giving us these vocals over here at the sound.
I was also a big fan of Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah.
this boy meets world.
Boy Meets.
Yo, so the college years were the best, in my opinion.
You know, I
college
liked
years.
the college years. I will say I didn't like the downfall of Eric. Like, why did Eric go from like a normal
Yeah.
person? Like, they just made him so dumb.
And remember that time capsule episode where he's like is lonely with no friends writing this manifesto with the squirrel? And I'm like, why is he always that guy? Does he ever like resolve his
Like, they were doing so much. And you know, it's like when they had him in that Lonely Manifesto episode, when they had him like all by himself, I just imagine him like writing all these sad letters to all of his
Yeah.
friends that he wished still
Yeah.
existed. And I feel like at the end of it, he wouldn't even sign it right because they had made him so dumb by that point. He wouldn't put sincerely yours, he'd put yours sincerely or something.
Mhm.
Eric. And on that note, I think I'm gonna sing a song, an original song of mine that I have called Sincerely Yours. I have one. It's a little bit about writing some love letters, writing some postcards, and we got a lovely arrangement of it that these two fine musicians will join in for me with. So this is an original song of mine called Sincerely Yours. She said, "Drop me a postcard. I'll be thinking of you." She said, "Drop me a postcard. Smile when you do." Some may call it old-fashioned, crafted letters and flowers, but this romance was fashioned like a gift from above. There's a lost art inside of these words, tie it in a ribbon, fly it with birds. Send me your thoughts, let them come slow. Forget the phone calls and texts that you know. Write me a love story, put it in script. Let my mind wander and go on a trip to see you. She said, "Drop me a postcard. I'll be thinking of you." She said, "Drop me a postcard, and I'll smile when you do." Some may call it old-fashioned, crafted letters and love, but this romance was fashioned like a gift from above.
I see you smiling, there as you hide.
Morning with coffee job in postcard. And I smile when it is. Some may call it old fashioned. Crafted letters of love. But this romance was fashioned like a gift from above. Oh, sincerely yours. That gave me the warm fuzzies. Love the warm fuzzies.
I think Carrie's smile definitely sends the warm fuzzies.
Can you smile a little bit, Carrie?
I could see it.
And for those of you who are tuning in all the time, you might notice we're not in our normal Gio Stream Show setting. We are at the wonderful and lovely Orange Room Studios here in Atlanta. This is the home base studio for the Mosaic Group, who runs our live stream, who does their mixing and recording out of this space. But you can find them at cdmosaic.com or cdmosaic on Instagram. If you're interested on any mixing, mastering, photography, videography, brand management, basically anything a creative needs or business needs, we do it.
You need an awesome musical moment curated, come here.
That's right.
You will get hooked up.
You will. Get hooked up.
This is a good ad.
So I wanted to, kind of touching in that same vein as Sincerely Yours, leaving us with those warm fuzzies, I wanted to ask you both, you both are singer-songwriters, and we're going to hear songs of both of yours next. And I wanted to ask you a little bit about what it is that you emotionally are trying to achieve with your songs. Like, is there a message you're trying to send? Is there a feeling you're trying to transmit?
Yeah.
What, Cassandra, do you want to lead us in that? Like, what is your goal with your music emotionally?
So my goals are to diminish what divides us as humans and connect us all on a soul level and on a heart level. And my song, Eyes in the Dark, which is the first song I've written, that song is about finding your way out of darkness with lighting up with just a spark and using that light to find your way out of the darkness and be within the light. So it's very special to me.
Well, and I think we're going to perform that next. It's really beautiful that we're getting to do, I didn't know when you had sent it that it was the first song you ever wrote.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very well written song, so congrats to you on that. How about you, Josh? What are some of the things that you try to achieve with your music?
I think that music and sound, in my theory, is one of the most powerful forms of communication. So I know for my personal journey is to give hope a sound.
That's a nice tagline.
I think that a lot of things that we need to say, sometimes music can be that trailer that really hooks people into that message.
Definitely.
Instead of spending time arguing or debating, maybe we should, put our music out and let that be the voice. Because music has a way of speaking for itself. I mean, you can spend all the time on the lyrics and the arrangement, but at the end of the day, if it's a message in a song, it has a way of kind of letting it soar. Feeling like we were there, I was talking to the artist client the other day, it's like, at some point you got to kind of let go and let the song just kind of take off. It has its own way of speaking in the universe, in our environment, in our communities that we can't do within ourselves.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
a universal language.
Universal
We all
music is a
communicate
universal
with
language,
music.
exactly.
And actually, shout out to we were in the studio yesterday with once again with Carrie, and he has a song
Mosaic.
called Universal. Yeah. And I agree with both of you. I mean, for me, it's not only bringing people together and crossing boundaries. My thing is always very like I love words. I love poetry. So a big thing for me is, can I find a singular feeling or moment in time or thought and express it in a way that others have never done before, and through that connect with someone who I may never meet.
Yeah.
That's the big thing for me, is just no matter what the feeling is, whether it's happy, whether it's sad, whether it's inspirational, just knowing that other humans can find some solace and find some meaning in the music that I write. That's really the big thing for me as a songwriter.
I think that what you said earlier, and you said too, it's like, music is a way, artistry is a way of bearing your soul. And there is an innate connection within us all to be understood, to be seen, to be heard. I think music does that as well.
Mm.
Gets our voice out there,
Yeah. And another thing that I like to do with my music is heal people.
Yes.
And we all
come on,
need healing.
Yes.
All of us.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
Yeah, I'm working on this whole volume of music called Songs of Healing right now, so it's crazy.
Are
say
you?
that.
Love
Yes.
that.
So chapter 1 is hope. The chapter 2 will be seek, talking about personal journeys, and that's what we're writing about right now.
And when can we expect to see that?
First album drops in January, and then next year you'll see more chapters and more of the story that we've been writing for the last few years.
That's beautiful. I would like to go ahead and plug both of you guys. So you can find Josh on Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify.
YouTube. Yes,
YouTube. It's
Spotify.
all JRiveMusic.
JRive Music, no space.
No space, no underscore, no anything. Just letters.
No
Letters.
Cash App Panhandle.
No Cash App.
Just by itself.
And Cassandra, you're Cassandra May Lorance everywhere as well?
Yes. And if it would be easier, you can Google me and find me.
You can Google me.
No, I don't
kind
mean
of
like that. What I mean is like, just to keep it all synchronized and easy.
I actually just exposed Josh
Yeah, yeah.
Anchorman for the first time. He had never seen it. So I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I'm kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. And Cassandra, you also mentioned that you are going to be dropping your debut EP soon, right? Because you're not on any streaming platforms yet, right?
No, not yet. So that will be released 11/11.
Which is my mom's birthday. Shout out. Love you,
Yes.
Mom. Deborah Wynn. Woo.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's going to be my first EP, and it will be called Eyes in the Dark.
Beautiful. So you're getting, if you're catching her on Gio Stream Shows tonight, you're among the first to hear her. So without any further ado, I do want to plug that I'm also dropping my EP that month.
Woo.
But without any further ado,
27th.
the 27th, yeah, my 28th birthday, I'm going to be dropping my first full EP, which Josh was one of the co-producers on and was a large part of the helping to form the sound that I have. So, bam. But shall you share with the people? Give them what they want.
I'll get the people going.
Get the people what they want. And this is called.
Eyes in the Dark.
Will this be
We're
on
about
the
to go on a journey. Yes.
Beautiful.
This will be on the EP.
Let's do it.
All I want is a friend to talk to when the silence gets too loud. You can hear my thoughts staring up into the loving clouds. Can you hear me squealing, or have I been too proud? I just need something to hear right about now. In your day's time, I'll lead your way. Love like light.
Yeah.
You come to me in the dark, so silently.
have to do more songs, that would be a reprise. Just a drum.
I didn't want it to end.
Then you would really be taking it to church. Then you would absolutely.
Do you guys feel like we just went to church?
Yes, that was my church during Gio Stream Shows.
That was your church.
In my head, I was playing the drums. I was like, here, I was like, but yeah.
And you know, you can definitely hear your positive intent towards helping people to center themselves and to find peace and positivity in that. And you know, Josh, when we were talking with JRiveMusic earlier, when we were talking about these songs in general, mentioned the beauty of first songs and how there's some kind of inherent just free expression in people's first song that they write. So I think that's a really nice testament of who you are as an artist in the lyricism and just the overall vibe of it.
Thank you, Gio.
Yeah, absolutely. I did want to ask you guys, what are some things that you do in life to find a place of centering? You know, I know that a lot of people are living uncertain times. This has been a very strange year, and I think that as artists, part of our job is to help people find a place of normality and to help guide them to a place of comfort. So what are some things that you guys do when you're feeling uncertain or feeling stressed, or what are some things you'd like other people to know if they feel those ways?
Man, to be honest, Cassandra's song did do something to my heart just now. It's beautiful, but I would elaborate on what I would normally do, but going on the theme of her song she just said, I think there is so much power in refocusing your perspective and what you see. I think there are things that are happening, but I think where it determines our progress sometimes is how we. Sometimes what determines it is how we perceive those moments. Like you were saying, you can definitely hear your song from darkness to light. We have to refocus to see that light, and we have to refocus to see that light in the tunnel, if you will. That's one thing I do. Another thing I do, like we're doing right now, connecting with like-minded people. I find hope in connection. You'd be surprised on how many things, like Cassandra was talking about earlier, diminishing the difference. You'd be surprised on how many things we have in common that connects us. You'd be really surprised when you open up your ears and listen, open up your eyes and see. So
Absolutely. I love that. We have way more in common than we do.
Exactly.
Things that divide us.
And you were actually mentioning that when you were coming in, how you feel like the energy of humanity as a whole.
Yes.
Just as a person, that's something that you tap into.
I feel collective consciousness, and sometimes it's overwhelming.
It is very much so.
Yeah.
When you're in tune with what's going on around you, it is this year, not necessarily because I've had a lot of personal crises, but because of what's going on, I feel that heaviness sometimes, just of what's going on around us. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so Cassandra, when you were finding those times when you're feeling your empath nature is overwhelming to you, what are some things that you do to center yourself?
So what I like to do, what works really well for me, and I've heard that it works for a lot of other people, is working out and shifting that emotion that you have within and getting rid of it and just kind of transcending it through physical exercise. So I love running, and then yoga also helps me. Yoga. Yoga helps me a lot as well. And also, like Josh said, connection with other people. And that's something that I have shifted more into in a very big way this year, is realizing how much connection is significant to all of us as humans. And how all we have is each other, and we are all divinely connected.
And I think it's been kind of I don't want to say forced, because that makes it seem like it wasn't something that was welcomed, but I think that 2020 and so many people being isolated has been a thing that has forced us
makes you appreciate
to appreciate that connection and that community. Because especially with me, because I'm a very social person by nature, but I live alone. And I love to live alone because I get all of my social time out when I'm out and about and meeting people and networking and going and playing with musicians. But then when it's time to come home, that's like my place of calm and of recharging. But it's been kind of a thing that during quarantine I got too much of one and not enough of the other. And it even led me to write a song, Learning to Be Alone. And for me, it's a lot of exercise. Exercise is definitely something that I use to help me. It keeps my endorphins up, keeps me happy. And you know, Josh has been around all week, and I missed acro yoga one day, and he saw how upset it made me, like physically upset. And then the other thing is really songwriting, honestly. Songwriting is something, it's like I said, I try to channel my emotions of one particular moment into a song. And I use that to kind of help myself process whatever it is that I'm dealing with. Go ahead, Josh.
I just want to just add to what you two are saying. I really hope today that as people watch this stream, that they see three people that definitely have differences but are connected. And I definitely felt that as we prepare for today. Just the mutual light, the mutual positivity is definitely something that's needed. I encourage anybody, especially if you're starting out with music or starting out with your dream, find you some like-minded people to connect to. There's so much strength and power and unity that sometimes I feel like we don't really mention enough in that regard.
And Josh, you have a song, which was also the first song you ever wrote.
No.
That is very.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's very in tune with this whole message and this idea of, you know, helping people move through things with song, helping people realize that things are going to improve and that one day there will be no more pain.
Thank you. Oh, it's now? That's your introduction.
I mean, I can't think of a more clear introduction. Like,
I'm like the performing star. I'm like, oh, he means now.
I mean, I could come back to it later, I guess.
No!
I don't know if I can make a segue that's that clear. Like, that's very,
I love Gio, you guys. We're really close friends. I'm just doing this all the time.
We are very close. And we are a good testament of people that come from very different backgrounds and still love each other and get along well and have built a lot of community.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all ready?
You want to count me off, Maestro?
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. There's no the G. Hey. See? Hey. Here we go, G. Cause it'll take your pain
And it'll make you new.
Yeah. He'll take that hurt.
And it'll make you new. Let's pick it up.
Yeah. He'll take your despair.
And it'll make you new.
He'll take your hurt.
And it'll make you new.
He'll take your pain.
And it'll make you new.
And it'll make you
And it'll make you new. And it'll make you new.
And it'll make you
And it'll make you new.
And it'll make you
And it'll make you new.
And it'll make you
And it'll make you new.
There's no more pain in the Father. There's no more hurt in the Father.
He says, yeah.
It's my Selah. I'm like,
No big deal.
you know, like the songs. I was like, yeah, Selah.
That's how I wanted to feel. I wanted to feel, yeah. That's how you
Breathe.
should feel at the end of
Yeah.
the song, you know?
Oh man, since
Yeah.
we're telling first stories, can I tell the story about
Please
this one?
tell the first story.
Oh, I gotta
Also,
tell the
hey,
story.
let's check out his merch if you want some no more
Hey, hit my inbox, hit my
sweatshirt,
inbox.
hit that inbox.
Gary,
What
I packed your gift. I left it at home, but I got you. I'm gonna ship it to you.
Cool.
Y'all, Carrie helped me with this song. This song will now be out for Carrie Durham. I love that guy.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
Carrie Durham. He was like, yeah, man, we
The
can
man, the
finish
myth,
it.
the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend. But yeah, man, so talking about her, talking about being overwhelmed by what's around you, my aunt, back in 2015, I think, she tragically passed. She went up in the emergency room on Friday and passed by Monday afternoon. And I remember it was finals week in a semester in undergrad, and I remember leaving that hospital without my aunt at 3 a.m. in the morning and having to go back to school. And at the time, I was actually traveling as an artist and had to talk about hope all the week when I felt total despair. So I picked up a pen. I was playing the guitar at the time, actually, and that's where the you actually playing some of those shades. That's where the whole other little part came from. And I was like, man, I just felt it. I had inspiration from Stevie Wonder, some other people, about writing kind of 2-part songs. And we sung it at her funeral, and my family thought it was a song that wasn't out yet from another artist. And they thought my band was from Atlanta, so they were like, who are these people? Because I never had really sung my own songs before, and I don't know, just something lit in me that day, just seeing that what I was writing brought hope and sparkle of that hope to other people. And I said, that's what I need to do. I need to transcend hope to hopeless people. And that's where that movement started. So,
I feel hopeful now.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't my first song by any means, but I actually have like a crazy similar experience.
Yeah.
Last year when my father passed,
Yeah, man, that was amazing.
I was in grad school,
That was
and
amazing.
Josh and I were working on producing my first album.
Yeah.
And similarly, like my father was in the hospital, and I had to just leave and go back to school.
Yeah.
And then I ended up having to drive back the next day, and he passed. And I was just in the car on the way home, grieving, trying to figure it out, and the words just started coming to me. And I ended up writing a song called "His Only Son."
And we were sitting together, and we looked at your voicemail, and I was like, that song.
Yeah, I played it for you I played maybe 30 seconds of it. I hadn't even gotten into the
That's
meat
the
and potatoes
sound.
yet. And he just lit up. He was like, "That's the song." Right
And
there."
I said to Kara, I said, this is the song.
And
It's an amazing
that's actually
song.
the last song on my album that's going to be coming
I
out
love that song.
on
man.
November 27th. Thank you.
I
Thank
cry
you.
every time I just listen to the rough track.
Well, and you know, I played it at my father's funeral as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I played it for my father's funeral, and I played it privately for him when I released him back into the earth. I went and personally, returned him to the earth and gave him a private performance of that.
And honestly, as artists and voices, public figures is what we're called to do, and it's hard to talk about messages when your life kind of reflects the opposite, when you don't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's a challenge, but it takes courage to do
Yeah.
that. But that's what we do. We reflect the message even though we may not personally feel it at the time. And I don't know about you guys, it's also strength for me personally listening back at it. It's like, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
a
can
good
go-
reminder.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. Yeah.
It's that moment in a bottle, Cassandra, what was your first song that you wrote, the one you just did? Were there specific circumstances around you writing that?
Oh, yes. So whenever I was going through a very difficult time, I was depressed. It was 2018, there were so many things going on in my life. I had so many losses and relationship losses and other things. And then I remember I had just gotten hit like a T-bone in my vehicle.
Oh god.
So it was pretty traumatic. And that evening I went home and I was just sitting by myself, actually on my bathroom counter, because I lived alone. So I mean, I could post up on my bathroom counter. So I was sitting there. Yeah, I was sitting there in the darkness and just thinking to myself, man, like this is pretty low. Like, how am I going to get out of this? And my sister Janelle actually had came over, I guess, maybe a week before or something, and wrote Love, Light, Life on my bathroom mirror. So in that moment, I just kind of gazed up and I saw Love, Light, Life. And I thought, love, light, life, you come to me. And then just kind of wrote that down and then ended up channeling most of the song that night. So
That's gorgeous. I love it. Well, speaking of coming, you said it was a difficult time for relationships. You have your other song that you're going to share with us is an interesting
Man, you're a pro at this. You're a pro at this, man.
It's an interesting message as far as you speaking from your point of view. I thought it was really it's almost spicy. It's almost like I'll say it. It's a sexy song. Like, and he and I were actually talking about. Your voice and your style, and you could definitely make it in some like spooky Halloween kind of stuff with that, because you've got that like haunting chill to your voice, because it's just striking.
Thank you.
So for your next song, I'll let you introduce it.
So this next one is called "Boy, I'll Make You Feel Like a Man."
Woo! Everybody felt like woo.
Usually when I have played that live, the audience will go, "Ow!" I think it's like a innuendo or something, and I'm like, no, it's not like that, guys. But it's whatever you want it to be. So, without further ado, this song's called "Boy, I'll Make You Feel Like a Man." Whatever you are. That was a fun time.
Ooh, that felt good.
Hey, you know, I almost want to say swag. 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 Swag.
Gentlemen, I can't
Trap
speak,
remix. We're in Atlanta. Trap
Yeah.
remix.
I can't speak for Cassandra May Lorance's relationship status, but you can find her on Instagram at Cassandra May Lorance. Go ahead and follow her. You can DM her. She might not answer, but that's not important. Just follow her. That's the part we want.
My sister does not go Dutch, so don't hit her with that.
Don't play with no.
She ain't
Don't
doing
play
no
with
Dutch.
games.
Quality.
She trying to make. If you're trying to make her, let her make you feel like a man. You better come correct. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't come correct, you will feel
You
pain.
will feel pain.
You will feel pain from JRiveMusic.
Yeah, it's like we said. Yeah, that's just like you've got that chromaticism in your sound. It's like a little spooky, you know. And yeah, I'm wondering what are some things that you guys are looking forward to? Fall is just getting started. We somehow made it all the way through summer. Summer's over. Nobody told me, but
I didn't know that.
I don't know. Yeah, we're in fall now. So are there any particular things y'all are looking forward to as the seasons change?
Man, the season changed, but you know, I'm very abstract and introspective. But this is what I've been thinking about in my private. Right.
Such an artist.
Such an artist.
Make that like a side effect of your show. Such an artist. Here we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, as the season is changing, I think that we're coming on the other side of this pandemic and this crisis. And I feel like the weather is signifying like that something positive is on the way. Season is changing. People are coming out more. I feel like we're becoming more hopeful about the other side of this crisis that we're in. So that's what I think about. Also, you know, with the fall leaves, I think about, you know, there's a shedding away of the old. Then there's like the stripping away in winter. And then spring brings in that newness. So I'm looking forward to a lot of newness and a lot of new things. So
there's so many new beginnings right now.
And
Now
so
is
much
the
music
time
coming
that
out.
people are purging.
Yes,
you know, and that also
exactly.
correlates with
that
the leaves
shedding
falling.
away, exactly.
And I feel that a lot of people are letting go of what no longer serves them as we're completing this cycle and entering a new one.
Yeah, and I feel like even with your stuff that's coming out, your stuff that's coming out, things that we've been working on, I feel like there's a message of celebration that we're releasing, even during the holiday season, like of just that joy and that celebration. So that's what I'm looking forward to for sure.
I'm so glad neither of y'all answered pumpkin spice latte. I was so worried. I was worried about Josh. That's all I was worried about.
Lattes, pumpkins, women.
I love the foliage.
The
I think it's
foliage?
so beautiful, and I could take pictures of trees all day.
Oh yeah.
I love trees.
You know, I almost said cuddling, but you told me the other day as my bro, you were like, Josh, be careful.
Be careful with that cuddling. They'll get you. It's cuffing season.
He's
They'll
like,
get you with
Josh,
the cuddling.
he's like, Josh, I'm telling you, I know you're a nice guy, but be careful about that
That's
cuddling.
right. You gotta be careful.
And get locked down.
Because you can't just cuddle with you cuddle with your heart and your hands. That's the trick with cuddling.
There's a continuation that
It's
happens.
and not even when it's just an emotional commitment as a cuddle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you cuddle with your dog without thinking twice, because you love your dog and your dog loves you. You know what I'm saying? Well, this last song that I've got is called Sailor's Song. This is an original of mine, and it's a very transformative song. It has one of the bigger like transitionary feelings in it, and I think that really relates to where we are as a people right now, in that we are coming out of one phase and moving into the other. So I would really like to share. This is actually one that I have not done on a stream since the very first stream. Back when we were streaming on my iPhone. I know we've come up in the world. I know, I'm telling you. So this is my original song called Sailor's Song, and I hope y'all enjoy. Carrie's going to drown my guitar in some reverb. So if y'all don't have any air bubbles back there because you're getting hit with so much reverb.
I'm making my own delay.
Do you want to share what inspired you to write it?
Yeah, this is a love song. I am a fool for some love songs. I will write a song about a girl so quick. Woo, baby.
About a lady.
And in fact, I don't know how this can make me look, but real honest truth right now, I think that's a line on my Tinder bios. We'll likely write a song about you. I know. But you know, I'm a simple person. It's real. It's a real thing. I know it is.
Hey, if you want a song written about you, just talk to Gio.
And if you want to have someone make you feel like a man.
Now, disclaimer: if it's a bad experience, he may write a song about that too.
I'm writing it in minor. What up?
You will sign a contract. You're submitting all those disclaimers to Gio.
Well, you know, sometimes I think about that. It's like it's weird because I never write a song for somebody and then feel bad or weird about playing it. Like I write the song and then it's mine. Like
It's special.
it's special, and like the
Yeah.
experience may have been shared with another person, may be inspired by them, but I never feel like, oh, that song belongs to this other person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's never something I've had to do.
Or, oh, I shouldn't sing that anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm not with them or something like that.
And also, if I did that, I wouldn't have any songs I could sing. So I have to take it where I can get it, you know.
Use the muses as you get them.
Use the muses. Yeah. So this is called Sailor Song, and I hope y'all enjoy it. there's danger, there's danger, there's danger in this heart of my life. There's danger in this heart of my life. Just know that from the start of my life. Just know that from the start. 'Cause the fall is easy, the fall is what's amazing, the fall is so sweet, the fall is what we're chasing. Keep you on the nose, girl, keep you on the mind. Beauty of your soul is always like a wine. The fall is easy, the fall is what's amazing, the fall is so sweet, the fall is what we're chasing. Keep you on the nose, girl, keep you on the mind. Beauty of your soul is always like a wine.
Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
I love the fall vibes.
Oh yeah, definitely some fall vibes in that one.
Who you were that about? I want to meet that person. Just
Okay,
note to self.
Well, hey, I want to thank you all so much for being here. Shout out to my wonderful guest, Cassandra Lorance. You can find her on all the social media platforms at Cassandra SS, May like the month, and Lorance like Lawrence but fancy. Check out her new EP coming out on November 11th.
11/11.
11/11. What's the name of the EP?
Eyes in the dark.
Eyes in the Dark. And is there anything else that you want to let people know they should be looking out for you coming soon?
Just follow me on social media and I'll let you know.
As if dropping an EP wasn't enough, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And of course my good friend and producer JRiveMusic in from out of town. We're happy to have you, my friend. Thank you for coming. Do you have anything you want to plug? I know you've got your new project coming out in January. You said it's the first chapter release?
Yeah, it's called The Process, Chapter 1, entitled Hope. Yeah, just check it out. Check out my single that's out, No More Pain. Also, the Promise song, my next single is coming out. And I have some more music coming out as we get closer to January. If you want merch, hit me up. We got these available. It can be shipped to you. Merch.
Beautiful. And if will you go ahead and give me some autumn leaves, some background? We have a tradition here called the pocket. So we're gonna have my wonderful band here take me out with some pocket. And I think not only is it fall, but one of the first songs that Josh and I ever collaborated on was him teaching me autumn leaves as he was instructing me in jazz piano. Because at one point in time, we traded jazz piano lessons for voice. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. It is always a pleasure to live stream with you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Probably not, to be honest. We had a great time. As always, please check me out on all the social media platforms. If you can spell my name, you can find me. That's Gio, Gio Yaquinto, Yaquinto. Please check us out over at patreon.com/Gio Show. Become a part of the Gio Stream Shows community. You can unlock different things like the post-show cam, which we're about to do an encore right now that's only for our Patreon subscribers. You can also do things like in-show shout-outs, and you can get a song recommendation or song requests and all that good stuff. Big shout-out and thank you to CD Mosaic. The Mosaic Group. You can find them online. That's right. If you need some live streaming handled for yourself or some videography, photography, live sound. We do it all. We do it all. So check us out. And arrangements. And this guy right here is a part of our team. So if you need some producing on your next album, we got the hookup. We really, really do. Lastly, make sure to stream my newest single, Lavender Love, that is out now on all the streaming platforms. I know you're gonna love it. His Only Son is gonna be dropping as part of the final full EP, Origins of the Heart. That'll be out on November 27th. That pre-save link is in my Instagram bio. You can catch us 2 weeks from today on November 1st, right back here in Orange Room Radio with our featured guest, John Beal. I know. If you're not losing your mind out there in the audience, you don't know what's up. So we will see y'all next 2 weeks from today. Thank y'all for tuning in.
One more thing.
One
more thing. I forgot to let you guys know to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yes.
And then that way, whenever I'm on tour, etc., I'll be able to upload pictures and just keep you in the know. Also, I'll be uploading my music videos on there.
Absolutely. Well, we will see y'all next time. Deuces. Thank you.